Yo, what's up guys? It's Yelphin99 and I have two new epics in my garage that I pulled from a times 10 ceramic pack. So, this happened about like a week ago, but like I didn't make any videos like in the past week. So, now I'm able to make a video on it. So, I do have two new epics in my garage that I got from opening a times 10. Plus, I also have another ultra rare, which I pulled too, which is going to be fuse material. Plus I have a few other cars that I might as well show. So this is kind of going to be like just a garage refresh since like what's happened so far in the last week with my garage, because there's been a lot of changes. So first of all, this was the car that I got from the times 10 ceramic with the two epics. It's a Land Rover Discovery SI4. It's most likely going to be fuse material. I do kind of want to keep it because it does have decent looking handling, but I probably won't, so it is most likely going to end up as fuse. Then I did get a Nissan Juke Nismo yesterday, which from my Friday daily reward from the game. So I'm really happy with this because it was a ceramic pack, so this car is actually pretty useful. High ground clearance, very lightweight, and good handling for a front wheel drive all surface tire car. And I think that's all for new for ultra rares that I've gotten. Yeah, that's all basically that's new for ultra rares that I have. And then also I do have a few new super rares too that I have pulled. Like I got a Legacy, which I'm really happy about. I'll max that out sometime soon. I also have a BMW M1, which I'm working on maxing out. I got a F250 Super Chief back after having to fuse it, and I now have a max Subaru Forester. So those are all a few other new cars that I have. And then, so how I was able to afford the times 10, which I basically opened probably 18 ceramic packs, is I sold my lower tier garage again. Now it doesn't really look like it, but a lot of the lower tier cars I have aren't maxed out, so I've just kept a bunch. But I've done this multiple times before, where it doesn't really hurt my garage, because I know how to quickly build up enough cash to start maxing out a bunch of useful cars. And I basically just keep a ton of cars then, so that's why I have a bunch of random stuff. But now I'm deciding to keep a bunch of cars that I've just wanted to keep for a while, like the Maserati Spider, which I maxed out immediately, so I didn't get rid of it. Also, Volkswagen Passat, I used to have it and I really liked having it in my garage. Citroen Saxo is another car. Also Renault 1916S, and then just a bunch of these old Lamborghinis I also like a lot. So my lower tier is basically now turned into just maybe a collector area. Because as long as you just had the few overpowered lower tier cars like the Lotus Elise and the Ford Escort Rally Spec, you're basically good. And also Charger RT or a Firebird Trans Am. And then for commons, nothing really new. I do have a few new useful commons like Dodge Aspen RT. Also been working on my Tigra Twin Top and the Ford Country Squire I got. Also a Ford Fiesta. Just sort of collecting. My common collection is just a bunch of cars that I like. Like Renault 18, I just like its simple look. AMC Gremlin, because I want to collect all the AMCs. And yeah, Chrysler Town & Country. So just a bunch of cars. So now my two new epics. One of which is fuse material, but I have two. So, they are both lower tier epics, but as you can see, there is the first one. There you can see there's the first one, the Cadillac El Mirage. I'm really happy with pulling this car. It has, I think, 90 MRA, medium ground clearance. It is a bit heavy, and its stats are a little slow. But for medium ground clearance American car, I'm really happy with having it. And then my other epic is the TVR Tuscan S, which is going to be fuse material into my Porsche so I can max it out. Not max it out, but I mean 2-star it. So I'm happy with getting it, even though it is most likely a fuse material epic, because it does not have good MRA for it being a dragster car. And also, just by having the TVR... where is it hiding? Did its RQ go down, or can I just... there it is. The TVR Tuscan convertible. By having this car, the other TVR just doesn't really have much of a use unless I do max it out. And I have a lot of other epic projects that I'd prefer to max out before this. So that's why it will be fused into my Porsche. But I'm really happy with that Cadillac El Mirage, because now my American hand is looking very nice with 8 epics. all for like different areas of the spectrum. Now I have a medium ground clearance one, I have a dragster, I now have an off-roader, and my four-wheel drive standard tire car. And then I've got some other cars, like this one's a good Epic RQ saver. This one, I just want to max it out because it does seem to have pretty decent stats for 69 RQ. And then I have the campaign car and the Corvette Grand Sport. Plus then a bunch of other American cars that I've been working on down here. Like I now have a 2-star Ford Bronco Concept, and just a bunch of other cars that I'll be working on in the future. So yeah, that's basically what my garage is like so far, like what's happened so far in the past week since I haven't been uploading. It's basically just a garage update. I might do more of these, like, I don't know, sometime like when I don't upload for a bit of a longer period of time. So this is what happened with my garage so far over the week, and I wouldn't really suggest selling your lower tier garage unless you're planning on it. Like if you're planning, because then you gotta grind a lot of clubs and events, like you're gonna have to play the game a bunch to be able to make up the funds that you basically sold a good chunk of your garage, even though, but that's the thing, like selling your higher tier garage is never a good decision, because then you won't be able to perform well in events, and you'll basically just be missing a very important asset of your garage. Well, with lower tier, you'll always be able to get back that car that you sold, unless it's a prize car. So that's why selling your lower tier garage, I wouldn't suggest doing it, but I have done it multiple times, and there is like a way to master it. Like all you gotta do is just sell your cars, but don't sell your most useful ones. Like I never sell my Escort Rally Spec or like my Lotus Elise, because it's just, or my Volvo C70 T5, because they're all very useful cars, or they're very personal cars to me, where then I keep them. But I mean, I wouldn't say do it, because it could very easily screw up your garage horribly, and you could be in a bit of trouble. But if you do, you gotta be prepared to do a lot of club grinding and just getting back all the funds, so you'll be able to start upgrading a bunch of your cars. But yeah, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but I mean, it's just what I did, and it had a decent payout. But then also, if you do it, you might get like only super rares, and it won't be a decent payout, so that's just a bunch of work. But I kind of went with it. I pulled 2 epics that I'm happy with. So yeah, I had actually a really nice ×10 ceramic. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like maybe this type of garage update content thing, let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate it. If you guys could like and subscribe. I'm Elephant99. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.